Today, we take you along on a new adventure. Our journey is going to take us to
level
Ninia,
120, destination Ninia.
a small village close to the Seng Valley at the Haluk River. This area became world famous through the book Lords of the Earth, which tells the story of Stanley Albert Dale, who died as a martyr in 1968. We got invited to spend Christmas there, the chance of a lifetime. After all, we're going to be among the few Germans ever setting foot in Ninia. We got a warm welcome from the people, which was very nice in light of the cold climate that welcomed us as well. Ninia is located at about 8,000 feet above sea level and thus a very different climate zone, which took us some time to adjust to. With our friend who invited us to Ninia, we visited his relatives. They live in a traditional house called honai, which is amazingly warm. Because in Papua, Christmas time is the season to eat a lot of pork, our hosts also provided some for us. They had slaughtered several pigs just the day before. Of course, you don't eat the meat by itself. The traditional side dish is sweet potato, or how it is called in Indonesian, ubi. The Yali are masters in planting and harvesting ubi and have taken gardening to the next level, literally. Ubi can be cooked in water, or, like they do here, steamed at the fire, buried in the ashes.
Wah, luar biasa.
It was a real little feast. While we enjoyed the food, the host mother was making a traditional bag, the nokken. Next to us, in the other half of the honai, were the pigs, who every once in a while got the leftovers thrown over the fence. Upstairs in the honai is the sleeping place, warmed up at night by the fire downstairs. Smoky, but cozy. On the next day, we went to have a look at the Bible school. In the early days, this was the heart of the community and a fountain of blessing for the whole region. Unfortunately, the normal schools in Ninia are not running anymore because the teachers rather stay in the city. Thus, Pastor Yusuf Bahabul has been left with just a few students that can make up one class only. His passion for the Bible and his heart for God is outstanding, and we hope that in the future the school will become again what it was intended to be. Sekolah Anugerah, the School of Grace, a blessing for everyone. We said earlier that Christmas is the season of pork, or we should better say, the season of bakar batu, the art of cooking meat and vegetables in the ground by the aid of hot stones. The procedure is hard work and will never be done by one person alone. People have to gather wood for the fire and stones that will get heated up inside of it. Vegetables like sweet potatoes and spinach will be harvested, and heaps of long grass need to be cut. And then, of course, you need pigs. Many people here have them, but they are worth far more than they are in Europe. The value of a pig can easily reach several thousand euros. That is why bakar batu, or soni isetu, how it is called in Nuyali, always is a group event to benefit not just one family alone. The cooking technique is the signature skill of Melanesian culture and known not just all over Papua, but also in PNG, the Solomon Islands, and even Fiji. The basic idea is everywhere the same, but the styles of bakar batu differ by tribe and region. And the hard work pays off. The meal is super delicious and a true competitor to Western Christmas meals such as duck, venison or turkey roast.
So it's 5 o'clock in the morning and we're going up there, and funny thing is everywhere around us it's raining, but not that direction. So let's see.
In order to meet the other relatives of David, we plan to go to the village Ouitlep, which is around 11 kilometers away. We know hiking in the Alps, but what we would literally go through this Christmas was far more than that, and became an unforgettable experience for us. We hiked up and down muddy and slippery trails. Over adventurous bridges, and pick fences. And past amazing vantage points. We met friendly people in the villages we walked through. also had encounters with the lovely animals. After 5 hours, we arrived at Uitlip and got a nice, welcoming meal. We spent time with David's relatives and Christian used the time to put some new silly ideas into the kids' heads. Unfortunately, at 3 o'clock it was already time to leave again, because we still had a long way ahead of us and the weather didn't look too good. And you guessed it, heavy rain caught us pretty much right at the beginning and accompanied us almost the whole way. It became a tough journey. Thanks to God though, all of us made it without injuries. And we had a great time. We are so thankful for the beautiful nature that we saw and for the friendly company we had along the way.
One morning, Pa Pendeta Yusap, the Bible school teacher, and Pa Omalum brought us a big sweet potato for breakfast and told stories about the past. It was so interesting. We took the opportunity and asked them, how was it before you heard the gospel? Before the first missionaries came, we all lived in fear. We had enemies living in all the villages around us and could only stay in our small village. You had to be very careful not to get killed and eaten. Even if you would visit people in your own village, when they were not fond of you, they would use black magic to kill you. Another question we had was, people in the West say that missionaries destroyed your culture. What do you think about that? They said, that is not true. Before the missionaries came, it was part of our culture to kill and eat people. We also suffered a lot from famines. When a family had not enough food to feed their children, they would even kill some of them by throwing them into the Haluk River down there. We were not only afraid of our enemies around us, but also of the spirits. We had to do a lot of stupid stuff to satisfy them, he said with a laughter. The missionaries challenged us that the famines would stop and our children would not die at such a young age anymore, if we only gave up the ways of the spirits. And it turned out to be true. That's why, when we learned about Christ and read the Bible, it was our own decision to burn the idols and everything that was related to black magic. because we realized it was bad. Everything that was bad, we destroyed. But we also kept the good things of our culture that did not contradict the Bible. It was not the missionaries who told us to do that. It was us who decided to do so. And so, our last day in Ninia came to an end. We are thankful to the people of Ninia who received us so friendly and made this Christmas unforgettable for us. And of course, we thank our Lord Jesus Christ, through whom we are all made brothers and sisters, and who, in His power and might, provided for and protected us on this adventure.